Hello and welcome to Pineapple Talk. I'm Leah, founder and president of Pineapple Support, a charity I set up in 2018 for people working in the adult performance industry. We offer a support tech service provided by trained volunteers and an online therapy service staffed by qualified counsellors, psychologists, psychotherapists.
Hi, and I'm Shelley, and I've been involved with Pineapple Support since the very beginning.
If you'd like to find out more information on Pineapple Support, please visit pineapplesupport.org, or you can see our social media at pineappleysw.
So this session is the second part of a 4-part series focusing on self-worth. All of our guests have careers in the adult industry, so we're very much looking forward to hearing their views on the subject.
So first up, we have got Josh Moore. How are you doing, Josh?
Hi, I'm great. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for coming on the show, all the way from London, which is not as far.
Not too far.
It's across the water.
It's across the water. So looking at your bio, you have accomplished a lot within your 5 years in the industry. You're now a Falcon exclusive, one of the top models on OnlyFans, content creators. World record holder. I want to know about this.
Oh, that's a good one. That was actually when I was younger. I used to do a lot of sports when I was younger, and one of the sports I was in was rowing, and we did a Cox 4 rowing boat across the channel, and we got the world record, and I think we still hold that world record, actually.
That's really impressive.
Yeah, something people wouldn't know about me necessarily.
And top 20 most watched porn stars on Pornhub. That's pretty impressive as well.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised myself, to be honest. I only just made an account like, I don't know, 5 months ago, I think. Yeah, so it's pretty shocking to me too. Yeah, I mean, well, a lot of the views are from before that I started my account, because when you start an account, it transfers over all your views. But yeah, so people like to watch me, which is fantastic.
Nice. You're doing something right then.
I hope so.
You're not just good at rowing. So tell me about how you started off in the industry. What drew you to working in the porn industry?
So what started me off, I mean, you know, it's funny, ever since I was really quite young, 14, 15, I used to sneak onto my parents' computer in the evening, and I used to look at the porn sites, and I used to look at the apply to model page, and I thought, I cannot wait until I'm old enough to do that. And then I kind of come of age at 18, and I kind of forgot about that dream and just worked, you know, normal average jobs. And I left school at 16. I didn't really have any qualifications or anything like that. And then I was 22 and I'd moved all around the country and around the world and lived so many different places. And I came back to my hometown and I was like, God, I need a change because, you know, I'm not doing anything. And then I remembered, I was like, wow, I used to really want to do that. And then I thought, well, I'm not actually doing anything at the moment. So, you know what? I'm going to apply and see what happens. And I genuinely thought, God, look at the guys on here. I'm never going to be in their caliber and they're never going to reply to me. But anyway, they messaged me back and emailed me back in about half an hour. And I was like, oh, my God. And then I Skyped with the owner of the studio. And then I was on a shoot 2 weeks later in Greece. And then it all started from there when I was 22. Yeah, so
it's all about timing again, isn't it? You know, just thinking about that right time, right moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I feel like it was the right time in my life. If I'd gone any earlier or any later, it might have been the wrong time for sure. So definitely, I was ready.
Was your first shoot in Greece, or?
Yes, it was. Yeah. It was a big thing. It was really scary. You know, I had no idea about the business or anything like that. And to go out there, you know, on my own and go into this atmosphere and environment that I had no clue about, it was scary, but it was also exciting as well.
How did you feel with, I'm guessing the other models that were there were a lot more experienced. Was that nerve-wracking, or did they really take you under their wing? How was that for you?
It was very nerve-wracking, yes, but you know what? A lot of models in the industry are genuinely lovely people, and a lot of the guys looked out for me and took me under their wing, as you say, and yeah, it was a really nice experience. It was wonderful.
So I feel like that's an issue. A lot of performers in this industry, you're constantly comparing yourself to other people and how other people look,
Yeah.
and you know, if they're thinner than you, if they've got a perkier ass than you, which is very important in the gay film industry. And I really enjoyed that at the gay shows.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, no, seriously, I was the same.
but it is it's very it's tough to keep focus on yourself and not compare and not put yourself down.
Oh my God, it's so tough. And you know what? I've struggled a lot in the past with that myself. I'm in a really good position now, in my mental space where, I feel a lot better about it. But I've been in the industry 5 years, and I spent 3 or 4 years of that being in that position, being the person that was like, why can't I look like that? Or why do they choose this guy and not me? And why am I not being picked for that scene or anything like that? Or why am I not winning awards? I just won my first award this year, and before that, it was like, I'm not good enough because I'm not winning any awards. And there's people that have been in the industry a year or something, and they're winning all these awards, and I'm like, wow, I'm like, what's wrong with me? Why am I not good enough? Why don't they like me? And that was so difficult for me to handle, and it often left me quite depressed.
What's changed in this past year?
I think I've changed in myself, and I've grown a lot, and I've kind of come to the point where I've accepted that, one, not everyone's going to like me, and two, I actually don't care if they do or not. And that's a point that I've got to, and I'm like, and also I got to the point where I thought, before I won this award anyway, this one award that I've won, I got to a point where I was like, it doesn't matter if I win an award or not. Like, I don't do this for awards. I do this for myself, and this is my career, and I the only validation I need is from myself.
So this kind of self-improvement, was that something that you've done on your own? Were you doing, I did a lot of breath work recently, which has been amazing. Has it been meditation? How have you enabled yourself to grow, or has it just been a very organic experience?
I do see a therapist, but I don't think that has. Obviously, it's helped me massively, but I think has been quite organic in my career and the industry. The way I've grown into my own, self-worth and the way I see myself in the industry. I think that's been quite organic. It has helped being in therapy, but I think in the industry, it's been quite a climb for me. And working myself into that, yeah.
And maybe it's been about time as well, I wonder, in terms of, as you've been in the industry for quite a while now, so I guess you're in that position of seeing new people come in and then, seeing people who've been doing it longer, but kind of you're moving along, I guess, in years of experience.
Yeah. For sure. No, I think it is down to time. In my own personal experience, I don't know about other people's, but yeah, the time in the industry has definitely taught me a lot of lessons. And also, I find it very, for me, it's nice when new people come in the industry and they feel the way that I used to feel. And it's nice kind of, it gives me a bit more self-esteem, kind of helping them and realizing that they're going through this and I used to go through that, and that kind of pushes me along as well as helping the others.
Yeah, I remember we had Lance Hart came on the radio show and spoke about addiction, and he said that one of the greatest supports for him was being somebody else's support, and I think that's true in so many aspects of life, and it's that kind of it's okay not to be okay, breaking the stigma, talking about our mental health and our feelings. And as I said, for the newer people coming into the industry, knowing that you, after 5 years, top 20 on Pornhub, felt the same way. It's going to make them feel much more relaxed in their own mental health and their own mental state.
Yeah, I hope so, and I hope talking about it and everything like that helps a lot of people, because I've been a stickler for that as well. I've grown up in a household where my dad was like, emotion is weakness, and you can't talk about your feelings and everything like that. So it's been a struggle for me to open up and talk about things with people. So I hope that. I feel like I've been talking about it more, and I've been doing these panels with Pineapple and just more things to reach out to people and tell them about my experiences. And I think, as well as helping other people, it's actually helping me as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Going back to the panel, we were talking about, you were on the panel where we were talking about bullying and stalking, which is really a huge issue in the adult industry and can have a really big effect on your self-esteem and your self-worth. I think particularly as a newer performer, when you've been in the industry a while, it's almost water off a duck's back. Bouncers, get away from me block. How's that been for you on your journey? The response from the public, or and within the industry, I guess.
I think when I first started, it was very like I was on such a high. I was kind of immune to it. I didn't really care. It didn't get to me, and I got the occasional comment and it didn't bother me at all. And then I think 1.5 years in, I went through a really traumatic kind of experience, and then I started getting a lot of. I got in a relationship with someone in the industry, and when that went sideways, he was very established and I wasn't. So it was like I had this whole fan base just attacking me, telling me I'm a horrible person because obviously they loved this other guy. And that for me was like, it was, my self-esteem hit a rock bottom, and I actually considered exiting the industry because it was just too much. So that was a horrible low for me.
Particularly
personal, isn't
it? Added on to the back of a breakup, which is never nice.
It's never nice, but the personal bit of it, isn't it? It's kind of having a backlash from that other person's fans, which is pretty horrific, isn't it?
It's like you just come out of this breakup and then you're just being attacked from all sides, and it's crazy.
How did you pick yourself up from that? What was the turning point?
Well, I mean, do you know what? I took a lot of advice from people who were really established in the industry, and my directors and my mentors, and that helped me a lot. And I mean, it's so difficult to kind of pick yourself up from these things and learn how to deal with and navigate this industry and things like that. It is really difficult, and you know what? It's really difficult to do it on your own. So, I mean, anyone out there, if you're struggling, just reach out to anyone. I mean, Pineapple Support for one, if you don't want it to reach out to someone personal, and if you can reach out to your friends, your peers or your family, definitely do that, because it does help.
Yeah, I think in this industry, to have a support group, particularly people who know the industry. I mean, of course, having a friend group outside the industry is also important to keep your feet on the ground, because you can get swept away with everything. But to be able to talk to somebody that understands the complexities of working in the adult industry is very important.
Yeah. On the panel that I did with Pineapple, we were talking about our community support, because it's one thing dealing with that, and then it's another thing, a lot of people in your circle or your family will have no clue how to deal with any of that or give you advice on any of that, because it's something so foreign to them. So community support and in the industry is a fantastic thing to have, and it's a great support.
Do you think, I'm kind of bouncing around in my head a little bit, social media, how much